Old man here, another daily digest because you need one. Because the Blue Jays are going into Yankee Stadium up by 3 games on September the 5th. What is this? I don't understand what's going on. It feels like a simulation, an alternate universe where the Blue Jays will have a fairly balanced schedule to try to figure out how to close out what will be the battle for the American League East. That's right, that's the Death Star. Because the Yankees are evil. Evil like Darth Vader evil, and Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge and Aaron Boone are all trying to show up like thugs and rain on the Blue Jays parade. We can't have that. You want to go, punk? I'll fight you. Blue Jays just beat the Reds 2 out of 3, but let's face it, when you give up like 23 runs in a 3-game series, you've got to start looking at the way your pitching has been, and it hasn't been pretty. Anyone who's followed the Blue Jays knows that they have a phenomenal starting rotation. The problem is the back end. That's right, the bullpen. Oh my goodness, screwing the pooch since the end of July. I don't know why I said that. I love my dog. But if you look year on year to other championship years, the Blue Jays actually have a very similar ERA. Obviously, the 92 team was all about pitching, but the 93 Wamco team was all about hitting. And that's what the Blue Jays are. They're a team with cannon fodder and shrapnel, and they just eviscerate their opponents. They've got the best average. They have the most hits. They have the most discipline at the plate. Oh, that feels good. Old man likes it when they stroke a home run. That's what it's all about. That's how you compete. If you want to win a division, you've got to show up and have clutch hitting. And no one, absolutely no one, has been more clutch than my man, George Springer. What a comeback story, considering last year, the second best leadoff home run hitter in the game, believe it or not. It's absolutely astonishing. This is the sound that George Springer hears every night and every day. I don't know what goes on in his nightlife, but he's the third best player this year, with the exception of Judge and Ohtani. Speaking of which, the Jays have a lot of Vegas gamblers getting excited about what might happen, and I think what's especially wonderful is to see that they've struggled. They've given up 6 runs per game against the Blue Jays, the Yankees have, and that represents a serious challenge for a team that claims to have pitching that's World Series caliber. That's right, Yankee Stadium, the house that Ruth built, and there we go. We've got Gausman, Scherzer, and Bassett all starting, beginning with Kevin Gausman, who's been really good lately. He's been getting it done, and he's up against Schlittler. And then you got Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer has been phenomenal against Gill. I'm confident in that second game. It'll be a redemption game in some ways. And then Chris Bassett goes up against their ace, Max Fried, and that might be the game that defines the whole series at the end of the day. How will the Blue Jays fare? Can they close it up? Can they be champions in the battle for the American League East? You better like and subscribe and follow me, the old man, in my look of ecstasy should they win.
Oh yeah!